Washington, D.C., please welcome to the stage America's big band, the Jazz Ambassadors.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of Brigadier General Gary J. Valesky, the Chief of U.S. Army Public Affairs, and Colonel Timothy J. Holton, the Commander of the United States Army Field Band, I would like to welcome you to this evening's performance of the Jazz Ambassadors. It's been the mission of the U.S. Army Field Band since its inception in 1946 to carry into the grassroots of America the magnificent story of the United States Army. That and the fact that it's International Jazz Day is what brings us here today. We're very glad to close out Jazz Appreciation Month here at the Kennedy Center. That very first piece that we played was called Basie Power, written by Ernie Wilkins, and it featured on piano from Newport News, Virginia, Master Sergeant Tim Young. And on tenor sax from Cranston, Rhode Island, Staff Sergeant Bradford Danho. We continue now with a Duke Ellington piece written in 1942, recorded in 1944, and it became his fourth #1 hit on the Harlem Hit Parade. It's entitled Main Stem. That was Main Stem, featured a great number of soloists. Easiest for me to wave my arm like this and ask for a big round of applause for all of them. J.J. Johnson was a jazz trombonist who performed with both the Count Basie Orchestra and the Benny Carter Orchestras. He's also a very prolific writer of music. He wrote, obviously, jazz and big band. He was lured out to Hollywood in the 1970s to write for the movies, where he wrote soundtracks for Starsky and Hutch and The $6 Million Man, amongst others. He was also a significant contributor to the third stream movement, the mixture of jazz and classical elements in music. And what he's probably most known for is this next piece. It's just a simple 32-bar ballad entitled Lament. I would like to now invite out our featured soloist for this evening. He hails from Alexandria, Virginia. Would you please welcome performing J.J. Johnson's Lament, Staff Sergeant Brian Keegan. Staff Sergeant Brian Keegan. We have a whole lineup of great soloists for you. This next piece was written 75 years ago for the 1938 Broadway production of Babes in Arms, written by Richard Rogers. And performing it for you from Kent, Washington, Master Sergeant Drew Layton. It's called Where or When. Master Sergeant Drew Layton. This next piece was written by a former member of the Jazz Ambassadors and the Army Field Band. He was a saxophonist with the Jazz Ambassadors and then later followed his passions and joined our writing staff of composers and arrangers for the field band. And during his career, he wrote well over 300 compositions and arrangements for all of our different components. This next one's an original that he wrote entitled El Otoño. Our featured vocalist has been with the Jazz Ambassadors for 14 years this year. Before serving with the Jazz Ambassadors, she served with the U.S. Military Academy Band at West Point, and prior to that, she deployed to both Operations Desert Shield and Desert Storm with the 1st Cavalry Division. Would you please welcome from Denison, Texas, Master Sergeant Marva Lewis.
Tonight you're mine completely. You give your love so sweetly. Tonight the light of love is in your eyes. But will you love me tomorrow? Is this a lasting treasure or just a moment's pleasure? Can I believe the magic in your eyes? Will you still love me tomorrow? Tonight with words unspoken, you said that I'm the only one. But will my heart be broken when the night meets the morning sun? I'd like to know if your love is a love I can be sure of. So tell me now, and I won't ask again. Will you still love me tomorrow? Please welcome Master Sergeant Mike Johnson. Master Sergeant Mike Johnston. Tonight with words unspoken, you said that I'm the only one. But will my heart be broken when the night meets the morning sun? I'd like to know if your love is the love I can be sure of. So tell me now, and I won't ask again. Will you still love me tomorrow? Will you still love me tomorrow? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. We're going to do a song that was written by Burt Bacharach and Hal David. It was arranged for us by one of our retired sergeant majors, Darrell Brenzel. We hope you enjoy our version of Make It Easy on Yourself. If you really love her, then there's nothing I can do. Don't try to spare my feelings. Just tell me that we're through and make it easy on yourself. Make it easy on yourself, 'cause breaking up is so very hard to do. And if the way I hold you can't compare to her caress, words of consolation will make me miss you less. And darling, if this is goodbye, I just know I'm gonna die. So run to her before you start crying too. Before you start crying too. And make it easy on yourself. Make it easy on yourself. Make it easy on yourself. 'Cause breaking up is so very hard to do. So very hard to do. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. In 1961, our next selection, Cannonball Adderley featured a young singer from Ohio. They called her Nancy Wilson. And the title of the song is called Happy Talk. Really? And I set that up so good. Same album, different song. Never Will I Marry. Never, never will I marry. Never, never will I wed. Born to wander, solitary, wide my world, narrow my bed. Never, never, never will I marry, born to wander till I'm dead. No burdens to bear, no conscience, no cares, no memories to mourn, no turning, for I was born to wander. Solitary, wide my world, narrow my bed, never, never, never will I marry, born to wander till I'm dead. How about that sax section? No burdens to bear, no conscience, no cares, no memories to mourn, no turning, for I was born to wander. Solitary, wide my world, narrow my bed, never, never, never will I marry, born to wander till I'm dead.
Master Sergeant Marva Lewis. I'm going to take just a brief moment to tell you the other places that you can find the Jazz Ambassadors. We are all over the place, out on the interwebs, on Facebook, on Twitter, on Google+, on YouTube, on Flickr. You name the social media site, we are probably there. And there's a lot of great information you can gather out there. For instance, if you're curious about the performance we had tonight, the tunes that we performed, who wrote them, who the performers are on stage, you can find all that on our Facebook page, facebook.com/Jazz Ambassadors, and that will all be up later tonight. And if you have a hard time remembering all those social media sites that we're at, you can always go to armyfieldband.com, where you can learn about the Jazz Ambassadors and our other components, our pop rock group called the Volunteers, our concert band, and the Soldiers Chorus, all there, as well as a great number of educational resources that are free for your download as well. We're going to continue things now with a Dick Oates tune entitled Weatherman. On soprano sax, Master Sergeant Drew Layton. And on guitar from Greenville, Tennessee, Staff Sergeant Jonathan Epley. I'm going to bring one last soloist up now to help close out our show, performing a piece from Charles Mingus. This piece introduces the idea of collective improvisation, very familiar to all the Mingus fans in the audience. It's entitled Monon. on baritone sax from Stafford, Virginia, Staff Sergeant Dustin Mollick. Well, it's certainly been our treat performing for you today. We're always very proud to be able to represent the hundreds of thousands of men and women who make up the ranks of the United States Army. We get to represent their fine professionalism and excellence through our musical performances each night, and we are very proud to be able to do that here tonight to also wind up International Jazz Day and Jazz Appreciation Month, as jazz is American history. We're proud to be part of that. I think we have time for one more. What do you think about us bringing Master Sergeant Marva Lewis out once again? We'll do that now. Thanks again for having us. For the Jazz Ambassadors from Fort Meade, Maryland. Thank you.
Oh, beautiful, for spacious skies, for amber waves of gray, for purple mountain majesty above the fruited plain. America, oh, America, God has shed his grace on thee and crowned thy good with so much brotherhood from sea to shining sea. America, oh, America, God has shed his grace on thee and crowned thy good with so much brotherhood from sea to shining sea.
The Jazz Ambassadors. To find out more about the band, visit armyfieldband.com. Master Sergeant Marva Lewis. How about one more? All right, we'll do it. Thanks again for having us.